All the seasoning is still in the pan.
I'm sorry. Root beer?
Sure.
Okay, that thing is plastic. I need that for the wood.
We have 4 of these.
Making me go up and another one. And no, we don't. We have 3.
We have 4. You got 4, but you refuse the one. You refuse to use the one that has your favorite character on it because you don't want to taint her face.
Revy's the best.
Okay. Well, yeah, we know that the crescent moon is. Yeah, how did that crescent moon come into be in Cosmo's clenched fist? Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe! Find the answer with your own eyes! No, I want to use my own ears this time. It's not going to be the right ear. It's going to be the left ear, right? Because...
I think so.
Well, it's asking where it came from. Ah, this is tricky.
Yes!
Okay, the music stopped, so that means I got it right. Miss Pavlova, I noticed that your ear, even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding onto it must have broken, I suppose. Bah! But looking at your other ear, I noticed a crescent moon. Ah. I don't believe it.
Did you really kill him?
Did you do it? I blame it on your fucking cat. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruto? Yes.
Sorry, I had a...
I was drinking that Russian root beer. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your fucking ear, perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night, in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. What the fuck? But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin, I could relax after this horrible long day. Darka, wait!
So you should have killed the cat instead.
I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy. That didn't work.
Darka would not come back. Knock, knock. Clunk. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me find Zaka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment, sorry, but... Oh, just a moment, sorry, but... Yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before.
I have to kill you. You know my secret.
Oh, of course.
Huh?
No, I don't know that name.
Now I have to kill you. But what are you doing on the ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I have to tell him the truth, and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please, please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone.
I think someone was trying to kill her.
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him?
Oh no.
Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then... Tarka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... Ow. I pushed him! I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And... I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. But... wait... wouldn't at that point have the... Oh, right. Everybody was still asleep because they wanted to bring her on her board. That was the whole reason that they drugged the chicken. And that's what you went when you went to fetch help? From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door? Yes. I went into cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway in wardrobe, still sleeping. Right, that's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the Stowaway. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged the young man's body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote blah 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 so that person who found him would look inside the wardrobe and find Stowaway. Tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin and I finished job. By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Duh. Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you run away from your homeland, and it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here at the time of the night, Inspector? Ah. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. So literally Kazuma died because he assumed...
He died because of the inspector. It was all the inspector's fault.
No, it's not the inspector's fault. It was Kazuma's fault because he made an ass out of you and me. He said an inspector was his friend. Meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought if the police knew about me, they would arrest me. This whole situation is, how you say, shitstorm. So before he could peel the bell cord, I sandwiched his face between my thick Russian thighs.
Stop you for a moment. Please, Miss Pavlova.
Of course, please. It was getting graphic there for a moment.
She sees right through her bullshit.
It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. But what do you think, Mr. Naruto? Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruto, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction?
Who's gonna go for you dumbass?
Yeah, obviously.
Who's gonna share his secret?
What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine whither the young man's gaze was directed? First, consider the victim's location. Really? This is so easy! Dude! Come on! It's like, let's think through this. This is how the cabin looked last night? Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruto? You gotta think about what's in the direction from the middle of the room towards the bell cord that wasn't the bell cord. Where was his gaze falling? In order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit if you're following the gaze. What was he looking at? I don't know! It was the fucking wardrobe! God damn it. However, he just wanted to put on a new pair of pants. What is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. Unless he was looking at the other side of the bell cord, the bed. Last night could have been a lot kinkier for you, Miss Pavlova, if you had been more willing. And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? A cock. That man's great cock, sleeping soundly. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Sogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. I killed the man for no reason. Where are you going? Come back. Oh, okay. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But holy shit. The truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. We still haven't yet to find the fucking cat. So, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Burya was finally laid to rest. 9th of January, 7:14 p.m. We spent all day on this! What will happen to Miss Pavlova now, then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to reparate her? Whatever. Apparently the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. Steven Stroganoff? I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, about how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Cosmo's death feels like such a waste, but... well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Duh. What about the snake? Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. Yeah, I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different.
Oh, he got cleaned up fast.
Oh, yeah, so he did. So you should get back to your cabin now. Yeah, it's our cabin now, bitch. It looks like my study tour to Great Britain. Bratton is over before it's even begun then. To think that only days ago, Cosmo and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. That seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Ma'am, this is my cabin. Get out of here. Naruto, I didn't know you had returned. Well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. I still can't believe this has happened. My eyes are watering, don't you see? I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that. Susato-san, it happens all the time. It's Ace Attorney. Come on. It's like 5 times per game at minimum. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away. just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now I know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruto-san. The human body is just way too fragile. Yeah, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Inspector, my duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed, and caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down, and I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. Wait. Huh? Surprise, Mr. Naruto? I was feeling a little kinky tonight, so I put some cuffs back on you. Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry? So I decided to restore them, for old time's sake. This is a kink thing! He's like, yeah, you look so much better with those on, kitten. And I'm just like, holy shit, that's... Am I attracted to this? For old time's sake, shall we? You are a stowaway, after all. He thinks this is funny? Mr. Sholmes, no. No, that's... No.
You must always ask for consent.
It's so much more fun when I take the lead without you. No! We do appreciate all your assistance, but please let him go. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the bottom of Ryunosuke's heart. And the bottom of Ryunosuke's bottom. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences for Ryunosuke's bottom. The loss of your companion is truly heart-rending. I hope you'll be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. Well, I won't. I'll be going back to Japan. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway.
We were all stowaways.
The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be. In light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
But I'm a lawyer.
Oh no, I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san. It's only been my dream to be a lawyer in Great Britain. What should I do? My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. Luckily for you, I happen to be a Japanese lawyer. But there's no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. Miss Susato. Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Ah, I never considered that. You seem so incompetent. But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruto. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it would work. But as I said, there's still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruto? Yes. I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must in order to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Why do you need to study become a lawyer in this world? There's like two things you have to remember. It's like statute of limitations and like autopsy reports. That's it. That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody that could learn all of that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. And if by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. Why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma. He said there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and he never told me what it was, so I have to go and figure that out. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit, too. So wait, what's Naruto's stake in the story here? Because, like, he didn't want to become a lawyer, but he was going to the exact same school as... the exact same college as Kazuma. What was he studying for?
His general education.
Baby? No, I want a real lawyer.
She smiled.
I think it's a wonderful idea. If by wonderful you mean garbage, get the fuck back to Japan, you loser. So, what does our respectable inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. I can count to 2. No. It's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating. Duty and rules are the dual routine of existence that we all evolve. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character, no? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your very own eyes, ears, nose, mouth, tongue? From the early morning hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said I'd do anything to make up for all my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how best to make my report. I'm back. He said no. Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? I don't know anything. I'm an assistant. I just stand here and make shit up. That's what the lawyer's assistant has always done. And, Mr. Naruto, take this. What? I have my own, though. But you didn't have yours. I'm sure that's what Kazuma-san wanted. We had to make an excuse for why you still had a sword in Great Britain. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asogi clan for we got married. We got posthumously married to Kazuma. We are now in the Asogi clan. Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it always. That, or Kazuma was the last of his clan, which is kind of sad to think about. I'm now wearing a sword. So then, Mr. Sato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to yet come.
I shall grant you a single minute of fame.
What? What's the favor? Sorry, what? I choked on my fucking ramen. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get to the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door's locked from the inside. No, I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. And not just once, but 5 times. Wait, 5?
Yeah, 5 times.
That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw it. Do it. Don't even think about it. No, I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone. Very wise, Mr. Naruto. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. She's so embarrassed. She's like, I didn't realize you were still here. I wanted him to do it in privacy. Jeez. I've observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? Sorry, I wasn't expecting you fucking...
Throw me.
Throw me onto the ground.
3 times.
Please throw me to the ground and ravish me. What? Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujitsu technique. Apparently, it's called the Susato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. Perhaps instead of throwing her to the ground, you could do it in a more safe setting. Say, that bed? Go ahead, Naruto. Throw her onto the bed. I'll watch.
Practice with me.
Practice with me. Practice with me.
So watch us.
In
Make
fact-
sure we're doing this technique correctly.
In fact, since you still have the handcuffs on, I'll throw you. I'm a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I'm somewhat of an accomplished boxer. There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. Okay. I'd be honored. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh, of course. Are you ready, Mr. Naruto? Sorry? Hey! Oh no! Not on me! As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Oh yes, resting indeed. And that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it? Actually, no. That was a Susato squash. I want you to squash me. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. He fucking stabbed me! Karuma? That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. I can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that.
Well,
It didn't do you very good last night. So its name compels its wielder to slice
he
evil
wasn't
into-
wearing it.
He was not wearing it, no. Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I have to make it to Great Britain. I have to just set foot on the land. That's all I want to do. That's all my heart desires, Ryunosuke.
We will
And
take
I'll
his body and put his foot on the ground.
I want to look at it with my own eyes.
We will open his eyes.
I want to smell the sights to be seen.
We'll put air into your lungs and then deflate it.
I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I want to feel the wind through my hair, through my bandanas. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was.
Do you think we'll ever find out?
We shouldn't. Unless we, like, meet somebody from his past that he told earlier, but that seems weird. I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. You know, I have like, a whole country to explore. How big is Great Britain again? It's like... What state is it comparable to?
That is a good question. I do not know. But Google does.
Google does, in fact, know. On to episode 3! Or we could skip it and go right to 4.
Go to 3.
Okay. The Adventure of the Runaway Room.